Families from their homes early this morning. A woman and a firefighter were hurt.
Family tragedy. The investigation into the deaths of Rob Reiner and his wife, the couple's son, is now in jail.
Plus, a new plan to revamp public transit in Illinois is expected to get the final okay today. We'll talk about it on this Tuesday, December 16th.
Streaming live from Chicago, ABC7 Eyewitness News at 7 starts now.
Hey everybody, top of the hour. Good morning. Good morning.
Good to be with you. Let's take a look at the weather. It's a beautiful start to the day. Still a little chilly, but look at it. Pretty outside. Picturesque of Chicago from Navy Pier. Greg?
We got that good sunrise. We got temperatures that are warmer than they were just 24 hours ago. Much warmer in some cases, more than a dozen degrees. And we are going to see these temps continue to improve upon their already warmer start and put us in about the mid-30s this afternoon. We get above freezing at lunchtime, partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies. I'm actually hedging towards mostly sunny during the afternoon as opposed to yesterday, which of course was that mix of sun and clouds. Now I am watching a system that arrives on Thursday. It'll bring rain and then a very swift cool down. We may be dealing with some icy conditions Friday morning. We'll dive more into the details coming up. Diane?
All right, let's update you on what's going on Metra. So we had some earlier mechanical problems on inbound train 1200 on the BNSF line. Because of that, it really kind of snowballed after that. So we've got multiple trains with some extensive delays and at least one train that was officially canceled. So I would check BNSF's website through Metra's train tracker rather to get the updated information. And I did just check it and they have been updating it. So go ahead and check that out. As far as the expressways go, starting to fill in nicely this morning. Do have a fairly serious crash, 122nd and Torrance. Northbound Torrance is blocked right now. Southbound only getting by in one lane, squeezing by, so the northbound and southbound are technically sharing that lane there. So we've got at least one injury involved here. It involves a van that was carrying some passengers and another vehicle. They're waiting for the flatbed tow to at least remove the vehicle involved. Val and Terrell.
All right, got it, Diane. An intense apartment building fire in Uptown overnight. Several families now have to find a new place to stay. One woman is being treated for smoke inhalation. A firefighter also has minor injuries. The fire broke out earlier this morning near Glenwood and Argyle. The Red Cross is working to find shelter for the people impacted.
Commuters have been waiting for relief, and today help is on the way.
Governor Pritzker is set to sign a new transit funding and reform bill. Stephanie Wade is live at with the details on what this means for your daily commute. Steph.
Good morning. Well, this should be comforting news for riders. This new bill set to be signed by Governor J.B. Pritzker this morning will provide enough funding to avoid fare hikes or service cuts on the CTA, Metra, and PACE. It is also including an estimated $1.2 billion in new annual operating funding for the three transit systems and includes action to increase safety on public transit. Another big change that comes with the new legislation, the state is replacing the Regional Transportation Authority, or RTA, with the now Northern Illinois Transit Authority. This will combine CTA, Metra, and PACE and allows for the ability to establish a universal fare system and coordinate scheduling between the three agencies. The state says this plan will optimize service, reliability, cleanliness, safety, and coordination among the three. Riders I'm speaking with this morning say this is welcomed news.
I think it's a good deal. You know, they combine them. I mean, they can't go wrong, and they need to do a lot of adjusting on safety, though, more than anything.
And Governor Pritzker will sign this new bill at a news conference later this morning at 10:30. We're live in the South Loop. Stephanie Wade, ABC7 Eyewitness News. Back to you.
All righty, Stephanie, appreciate it. Thank you. Today, the Chicago City Council Finance Committee is expected to vote on the alderman's alternative budget proposal. Yesterday, Mayor Johnson met with a group of Chicago City Council members pushing that alternative to his proposed spending plan. The talks ended without any apparent progress.
With my hope and expectation that they would actually present me with ideas that I could work with, and they failed to do that.
The central sticking point is the mayor's proposed corporate head tax on the 175 largest companies in the city.
Our coalition came together around the head tax, and that's our red line.
The aldermen did offer some compromises. They included dropping a proposed hike in garbage fees and plans to support more youth summer jobs.
We turn now to a tragic story out of Hollywood. Rob Reiner, the legendary actor and director, and his wife Michelle have been killed, and their son could soon be charged for the murder.
Lisette Nunez is here this morning with the latest on the investigation. Lisette.
Well, yeah, we expect to learn more about the investigation later today. And sources say Rob and Nick got into an argument Saturday night at a holiday party, and Nick was acting strangely. The 32-year-old had a history of drug addiction and homelessness. Sources say Nick was not home when his parents' bodies were found, but was arrested later near the University of Southern California on Sunday night. Fans have been making their way to Reiner's spot on the Walk of Fame as they remember the beloved entertainment icon.
He was one of the actors who was able to move from largely comic acting career into being probably more known as a director of films that have made a huge impact and are incredibly memorable. They reach across generations, and they're highly quotable. A lot of the films that he made have really added some great phrases to the English lexicon.
Sources say it was the couple's daughter who found them dead. Nick Reiner is being held without bail. Back to you.
All right, Lisette, thank you. And tonight, ABC News is airing a special on Reiner's legacy and the investigation into his and his wife's tragic deaths. That's at 9 p.m.
This morning, we are learning more about two students killed at Brown University and the lives that they were just beginning to build. One was a young woman from Alabama known for her deep Christian faith. The other, an aspiring neurosurgeon who was in the classroom to support a friend during an econ review session. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio was in Washington watching the latest this morning in the search for the gunman. Nicole, good morning.
Yeah, Terrell, and just a heartbreaking story here. Right now, authorities are releasing several new surveillance videos taken from around the time of that shooting. And these images are providing some of the clearest images yet of a possible suspect. This morning, an urgent manhunt for the Brown University shooter intensifies. The FBI now offering a $50,000 reward as police release new security video showing a person of interest. Authorities releasing these videos taken on Saturday, showing a person dressed in black walking several blocks from the Brown University campus. Authorities now urging anyone who might recognize the suspect to call the tip hotline.
The sooner we can identify that person, the sooner we can, I think, blow this case open. But that's work that has to happen in the next 24 to 36 hours.
The shooting happening just after 4 o'clock Saturday as students were in the middle of final exams. Students suddenly running for cover, hiding under desks and barricading doors.
We want to see the individual that pulled the trigger on these young kids identified, apprehended, and brought to justice.
Among those killed, Muhammad Aziz Umarzakov from Uzbekistan. His family writing on GoFundMe, he was incredibly kind, funny, and smart. Our family is incredibly devastated by this loss. And Ella Cook, a sophomore from Alabama, being fondly remembered.
Her loss is really, really a big hit for the Brown community. It's going to be a long period of healing and pain going forward to start next semester.
And meanwhile, there's now this increased police presence all around the city as the search continues. And Terrell, we know several private schools in the area also remain closed this morning.
Got it. All right, Nicole D'Antonio in Washington. Nicole, thank you. Police now say an anti-Semitic mass shooting at Bondi Beach was inspired by the Islamic State. 15 people were killed, more than 40 others were hurt in Sydney when a father and son opened fire. Officers killed the father. The son was critically hurt.
This broke overnight. A 19-year-old woman and a 15-year-old boy were stabbed in the Loop. At last check, they are both in the hospital. Police tell us the victims were walking near Wabash in Washington last night when they were attacked by two people. The victims ran to a CTA station where they were able to get help. The 19-year-old is listed in serious condition. The 15-year-old is in good condition. Police say the attackers ran away. A court dismissed several claims against a former South Suburban mayor. Former Mayor Keith Picow is facing a lawsuit for allegedly sharing sensitive village documents online. But yesterday, a Cook County judge dismissed 6 of the 7 claims brought by the village. The former mayor says he is considering legal action against the village for violation of his constitutional rights. 114 people have lost their jobs at DePaul University. The private university in Chicago made the cuts on Friday. In October, DePaul's president said the school needs to reduce spending by more than $27 million. Some of that was done through a hiring freeze and eliminating pay increases.
And neighbors in Naperville are once again expected to push back on a proposed data center. Naperville's Plan Commission voted 8-1 to approve the proposal, but many neighbors are concerned about its size, noise, and environmental impact. The plan still needs full city council approval. Naperville City Council will hold its bi-monthly meeting tonight, and opponents are set to rally against that data center. McDonald's operators across Chicagoland reached a major milestone this year. More than $3 million has been raised for Ronald McDonald House charities through the Roundup program at their restaurant registers. To mark the milestone, Ronald McDonald Chicagoland in Northwest Indiana will host a celebration. It'll be this afternoon from 1:30 to 3 o'clock at the Hales McDonald's at 25th and King Drive.
Hanukkah celebrations continue today. The Chicago Jewish Alliance and the Shabbat Center for Jewish Life will host a menorah lighting ceremony. The celebration will feature the ignition of a 31-foot grand menorah. It will be at Daly Plaza starting at 5:30 p.m. And in North Suburban Evanston, a separate menorah lighting ceremony happening today. It starts at 5:30 p.m. at 1601 Sherman Avenue.
The Powerball jackpot is growing again, climbing to one of the biggest prizes of the year. No one hit the numbers last night, so the prize is now an estimated $1.25 billion. Even though there was no jackpot winner, U.S. lotteries are reminding players to check their tickets to see if they won something, even a smaller prize. So here are the numbers: 23, 35, 59, 63, 68 in Red Powerball 2. The next drawing is tomorrow night.
Be so lovely.
I almost hate talking about it because then your mind starts going into like what I could do if I could.
Oh, the dreaming. It just gives you an opportunity to dream, and then you just come back to
the real life and get back to work. Right?
Yeah. And that's what we're going to do, because we're going to take a quick break. You're live in local news just getting started as we stream out loud this morning. Coming up, election officials are reviewing a challenge that could decide whether state Senator Napoleon Harris appears on the March primary ballot. A final ruling is expected later today.
But first, Greg has your AccuWeather forecast coming up this morning.
Sticker shock. The ABC7 team investigates extreme hikes on many property tax bills.
I almost fainted. The hike on it is ridiculous.
Why so many families saw such a big increase. What we uncover coming up next.
Good morning, everyone. Checking out those temperatures first and foremost, as they are anywhere from a half a dozen to a dozen or more degrees warmer than it was just 24 hours ago. Rensselaer is a baker's dozen degrees warmer, and that puts you at 18 degrees. You were only at 5 degrees yesterday morning, and with the wind chill, it was more like 15 or 20 degrees below. So when you factor in not only the air temperature that's warmed up, but also the wind chill that's improved, some of us are running a solid 20 plus degrees warmer than we were just 24 hours ago. Air temperature in Chicago is 18, feels like it's in the tweens to lower teens, as we've got partly cloudy skies this morning, but skies will clear with time today. These clouds that are locked up out off to our west, I think they get mixed out in the coming hours with that sunshine and with our temperatures warming. We'll be in the mid to upper 30s as daytime highs today. That is about a normal high temperature, and we'll be at freezing by lunchtime, and that'll break a stretch of about 6 days in a row where we were below freezing. Our Futurecast showing our next chance of rainfall. That arrives on Thursday. It may be here for the morning drive. It's definitely going to be here for the afternoon and evening commute, and as as it leaves our area, temperatures drop in a hurry. I'm not worried about the snow or anything falling on us. What I am worried about, though, is a melt and a refreeze of a good amount of our snowpack there, especially because all the road treatments get washed off Thursday afternoon. And we got a Bears game on Friday. High temperature, 42 degrees, playing the Packers. Again, seems like it was just a couple weeks ago, Diane.
On Saturday, not on Friday,
Yes.
on Saturday. Very, very important Saturday night plans to watch the Packers lose against the Bears. The Yellow Line service remains suspended because of some track issues just east of Crawford. Finally getting our eyes on this now that we've got some daylight out there. Let's go up to Chopper 7. You can see what we're talking about here. So obviously we've got a lot of crews there on the Yellow Line, the seat of the Yellow Line. Let's go up to Chopper 7 if we can so we can check out this live picture. We can see at least the wheels that we're looking at right there off of the tracks, although they're not officially calling this a derailment. They're just calling it issues because of track conditions. You see a lot of crew members, as I mentioned, CTA crews there on the scene of this train that is at least partially off of the tracks. They did get that first part, the front end of it, back on the tracks there. So again, Yellow Line service remains suspended because of track issues just east of Crawford. So heads up there. As far as the expressways and tollways go, we're seeing growing travel times across the board, but all of the travel times remain under an hour coming inbound. Val and Terrell.
All right, got it, Diane. Property tax bills in Cook County were due Monday, and our I-team has been looking into complaints of a spike in payments and whether it's a mistake, according to some homeowners. Consumer investigator Jason Knowles is the very latest.
The median residential property tax bill jumped to its highest point in 3 decades. That's according to a study from the Cook County Treasurer. Now the I-team is hearing from people who say they're fighting the assessor over property tax spikes. Richard Del Santo has lived in his West Roseland family home all of his life, but he says he's never seen his tax bill like this before.
I almost fainted. The hike on it is ridiculous.
His bill more than doubled for the entire year, and he's one of many seeing a big spike in second installment Cook County property tax bills. According to a recent study by the county treasurer, taxes went up a median of more than 16% citywide. Del Santo's area in the Roseland community went up by 23%. Many other south and west sides saw increases close to 100%.
Yeah, I got slammed on assessed value, which the house ain't worth that much.
But the Cook County assessor says his property taxes increased because this coach house saw an assessment increase and only one structure on a property can qualify for the senior freeze. Del Santo says the structure is unlivable and empty and that it's overassessed. What do you want to say to the assessor?
You can't charge us all this money like this. You can't just jack it up with thousands of dollars.
Cook County Assessor Fritz Kagi says homeowners are taking on more of the tax burden because the Board of Review granted a high percentage of commercial property appeals.
A rigged system produced reductions that were not deserved for big property owners.
The Board of Review says commercial properties were cut because they were overassessed. The treasurer says its recent study shows that homeowners take on more of the burden because of too many vacant office and retail spaces, which haven't recovered fast enough since the pandemic.
It stresses my mom. You know, this is a stage of her life where she shouldn't have stresses such as property taxes.
In Park Ridge, John Zapata is helping his mother, Barbara, dispute her bill and an assessment increase.
So her taxes had been between about $2,100 and $2,500 per year, which was manageable with her fixed income. This year, they went to over $6,500, so more than tripled.
Zapata was also told by the assessor's office that the increase was mainly due to a computer error which had been lowering his mother's previous bills. The assessor's office said during a previous administration, the property's square footage was corrected. After the correction was made, the old mainframe computer system applied the wrong senior freeze value to the property. The assessor's office says it was legally required to correct that mistake. However, it will review both Zapata's and Del Santo's assessed values on their properties. And so you look at this bill, what do you think?
I'm sick. I get sick. You know, they raised it too much at one time.
If you think your bill is too high, you still need to pay it or enter into a payment plan. You can apply to get a certificate of error and try to get a refund if you think you overpaid. But if you're appealing high assessments, you have to do that when the assessments come out, not when the tax bill comes out. More information on the appeals process on our website and free news app. Jason Knowles, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Eyewitness News, streaming at 7, continues after a break.
Some people living on Chicago's southeast side are speaking out against the quantum development project. They want a referendum in place on the ballot in several wards to stop construction. Neighbors say the site displaces families, causes pollution, and will lead to higher energy bills. Instead, they want the community to control the land to build grocery stores, housing, and youth centers. They're rallying later this morning outside of the Board of Elections.
Today, election officials will look at a challenge to determine whether a candidate's name appears on the March primary election ballot. The challenge in question involves an objection against Illinois State Senator Napoleon Harris and his candidacy for Democratic Party committeeman of Thornton Township. Harris was sworn in earlier this year as Thornton Township supervisor, replacing Tiffany Henyard. The challenge comes from Keith Price, a former assistant to Henyard. A final ruling about the objection is expected after today's hearing.
Well, right now we're going to join our Good Morning America viewers. Tanya Babich will have a news update on TV in just a bit, and you'll see that here as well.
And when we come back this morning, plans to transform Michael Jordan's Highland Park mansion into a museum and educational space are now under consideration.
Now, an update from ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning. It is 7:23. I'm Tanya Babich. Fast-moving flames forced 7 people from their homes overnight in Uptown. We're told one of the 7 people impacted is a child. A woman is being treated for smoke inhalation, and a firefighter is also recovering from an injury. That fire broke out earlier this morning near Glenwood and Argyle. The Red Cross is working to find shelter for those who are impacted. Let's get a check of the ABC7 AccuWeather forecast. Here's meteorologist Greg Dutra.
Temperatures are warmer this morning, so we're off to a good start. Our temps will be above freezing during the afternoon, too. About lunchtime is when we get back to the 32-degree mark. It's been since December 10th, by the way, that we've been to the freezing mark. 10 a.m. is when we drop below that on December 10th. Well, we're getting back here at about 12 p.m. today. Morning clouds, or morning sunshine, rather, on Wednesday, then evening clouds. Eventually, we see some rain showers on Thursday. Those rain showers will cause some melting, a lot of melting, actually, of our snowpack. And notice that temperature here late Thursday night, early Friday morning. That could mean a refreeze, especially on sidewalks, patios, even side roads early Friday morning. So you got to keep your mind on that commute. Your traffic's after the break.
I was pregnant with my first baby. I really wanted to be a mom.
I'm high risk, so I texted my friend Hannah.
I called my college roommate, Maya. My sister, Camilla. She always has great advice.
That's how I found my OBGYN.
I knew we were in the best hands. Thank you, Maya. Thank you, Camilla.
Thank you, Hannah.
For personalized, convenient care and 24/7 support, find an OBGYN you'll recommend at Advocate Healthcare.
Welcome back, everybody. Yellow line is still suspended, and now that it's daylight, we're getting a better look at exactly what the situation looked like. Take a look at Chopper 7 hovering above the yellow line. Now, the suspension is because basically just east of Crawford Avenue, and CTA is saying it's because of track issues. And we did notice at least a wheel, if not more, was off the tracks. The back wheels are off the tracks of that first car. Now, the tracks in the front there were also off the wheels on the front there were also off the tracks. They were able to put them back on the track. So again, track conditions is what CTA is saying is stalling out the yellow line this morning.
Welcome back. Beautiful shot of our city looking from Navy Pier. It is a cold start to the day, but the good thing is you're going to see some sunshine today. In fact, we saw a beautiful sunrise this morning. Take it all in.
Hey, there's a court hearing today over the White House ballroom construction project. This has gotten a lot of talk. So last week, the National Trust for Historic Preservation asked a federal judge to stop that project until it goes through independent reviews, a public comment period, and wins approval from Congress. In a court filing last night, the Trump White House said the project must continue for national security reasons. The administration has offered to share classified details with the judge in a private, in-person setting.
The future of Michael Jordan's mansion, envisioned as a tourist destination, is now up for discussion in Highland Park. The property's new owner, John Cooper, is proposing a zoning change to the home known as Champions Point. He wants to transform the 7-acre property into a museum with educational programming.
The theme of the tour is going to be greatness, and our goal is to kind of teach people what it means to be great in life.
The proposal aims to partner with park districts, schools, and nonprofit organizations offering dedicated days for free admission. Highland Park City Council is requesting more information on this proposal.
Coming up this morning, streaming at 7, from the classic to the trendy, we are counting down the holiday bites and sips that you can't miss this season.
Plus, see how one nonprofit is stepping up to bring hope and joy to Chicago's families this holiday season.
Streaming live from Chicago, ABC7 Eyewitness News at 7 continues.
Good morning. Welcome back, everybody. Greg Ducher, make your way on over to the studio.
I should have said, I was just talking to him.
We were just
I'm sorry.
chatting.
I'm sorry, man. And we were talking, and I ran away, and he was still sitting. I probably should have said, hey, Greg, you should come too.
We're like, hey,
why don't you?
so brother, we start off the show.
Right. This is because we need to talk about this shot in the weather. 19 degrees right now.
Okay, first of all, because I haven't had a chance to talk to you guys about this shot yet, is this not our best shot?
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's pretty tough.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Especially at nighttime with the Ferris wheel.
Oh, God, yeah.
All lit up.
Morning, too, yeah.
Yeah, in the morning. We saw fireworks live on Saturday night from out there. Yeah, it was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Temperatures in the teens this morning to around 20 degrees, so warmer than it was the last 24 hours ago, and we get above freezing. Lunchtime today, you'll see the temperature hit 32. It'll be the first time since 6 days ago.
Could you possibly be wrong about Thursday into Friday, Greg? Please?
No, that's the one I'm sure about, unfortunately.
All right, yellow line service remains suspended at this hour because of some track issues just east of Crawford, so heads up there. As far as the big picture is concerned, we've got very high travel times, but all of them under an hour, mainly coming inbound, and we've got no major delays on the outbound side. Eastbound I-80, though, we do have a stalled semi near Larkin, and it's in the lane of traffic, so we've got delays before Hobo, almost to I-55, really, because of that stalled semi, and we've got a lot of emergency equipment there, too.
Okay, I want to get to today's talkers. Sweet versus savory, which truly belongs on the holiday table. Well, researchers at the National Restaurant Association asked people across the country what makes their holiday spread truly festive. The results? From decadent peppermint bark to the classic roast turkey, and yes, spiked eggnog, some treats reign supreme. But here's the debate. Is it the sweet, savory, or the boozy that really makes your season bright?
It's a good question.
I don't know, but I tried that eggnog from Starbucks the other day.
Is it good?
It was phenomenal.
Really?
Is it eggnog coffee? And she warned me, no, it's like a cold foam, and she warned me, she's like, look, a lot of people are not liking it, so if you don't like it, just come back and we'll, I took a sip, I'm like, it's delicious.
What, did you have real milk in it, or was
Yes,
it like?
it was real milk, which
okay.
normally I avoid,
Yeah.
but I was like, whatever,
Right.
it's holidays.
Treat yourself.
Why not
Treat yourself.
And yeah, no, it was really good. So
Yeah?
I would say eggnog to me feels very like holiday-esque.
I'm with Diane
Right, because
on
I would
this
never
one.
have that any other time.
in the summer.
Right.
Right. I'm with you on
Yeah.
that.
Well,
yeah.
coquito, but yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
We had some of that come in the other weekend, and I couldn't help myself.
What is
Oh, it's the Puerto Rican version. Well, it's like take eggnog,
Yeah.
but make it
Boozy.
Yeah, make it sexy.
And make it sexy, right? And make it Puerto Rican.
Yeah, right.
It's all good.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have a photographer in the building whose family makes it, and it's a tradition.
Get outta here.
To us every year, so I will let you have mine this year, so you can
No.
taste it. No, you can just try a little bit. He gives all. He
Yeah,
gives
she's
all.
not giving you all of it.
Yeah, not all of it.
Sounds good though.
All right, you got me thinking about eggnog coffee from Starbucks. I don't
telling you
even
what.
like
I
coffee.
wonder if I can get it with like oat milk too, so I can
I'm
actually.
sure you can.
Well, the
So,
cold
or-
foam, I don't
yeah.
know.
Well, the cold foam is already made, right? It's already made and it's already dairy. But is that me?
Is
It
that
might be
me?
me.
It might be.
Oh,
Everybody
okay.
checks their
That's
mic.
right. Everybody's TV people.
We don't want to disrupt you at
Someone's
home.
right.
Because,
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
Really good.
To artificial intelligence this morning, leaving its mark on language in Merriam-Webster's 2025 word of the year. It is slop, as in AI slop. The dictionary defines it as digital content of low quality that is produced usually in quantity by means of artificial intelligence. In 2025, the flood of AI slop included everything from bizarre videos and off-kilter ads to cheesy propaganda and realistic-looking fake news. Merriam-Webster also highlights other words that shaped our year, including gerrymander, touch grass, and performative debate. I don't know what that one means.
The touch grass?
Yeah.
It just means like get off the internet, go outside and touch grass.
Oh, like literally, like get off your
Go
phone.
touch
Don't
grass.
like go in
Yeah,
the
exactly.
rabbit hole
Yes.
and
Right.
down the
I
rabbit
thought it was like kick rocks. I thought touch grass. I didn't
Kind
know
of.
if it had
Yeah,
something
it's meant in that
vein.
pejorative, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah.
I hadn't heard of slop either.
Slop.
I came across some of that the other day on YouTube. Like, you would think that it's, okay. It's awful, but it gets tons of thousands of views and they get ad revenue off it.
What?
I don't know if other AI is watching it or what's going on, but yeah.
They get ad revenue?
Oh yeah, if they sell an ad and they get ad revenue from it, the clicks from the pre-roll and the post-roll.
And it's bad, like it just looks
It's just bad. Yeah, it's awful.
Have you guys seen that like viral video? It's all AI of the news anchors that see like a sketch behind them and they start laughing.
Oh,
and
yes,
can't
I have
stop
seen
laughing.
that. Yes, I have seen
It's
that.
all.
AI?
It's all. It's
I didn't see.
yeah.
I've seen it. Yes,
all,
I have seen
all
it.
AI, and now
It's
like different versions are coming up.
cartoon, like a
Yes, exactly. And that's gotten millions of
figure.
views, and
Yes.
that's making money. And a computer created that whole thing.
I just want to know, do people think that that's real?
People, my mom, send it to me.
Yeah, no, it looks.
She was like, "That's crazy."
Especially like when you just look at a thumbnail and
Yeah.
the thumbnail especially, and then you click it and like you're just off doing something else. Like it can get you. For
Mm-hmm. I know. Yeah, we're streaming out. It's hard for us sometimes, right?
Yeah.
People are like, "Are we real?" Yeah.
No, we are not.
It doesn't feel real like whatever time it is when we wake up.
You ain't lying. Streaming out loud this morning. We'll get a break in. Back with more in 90 seconds.
And looking at our temperatures early this morning, we are in the teens to around 20 degrees, 23 at the very warmest. We are creeping up ever so slowly on the freezing mark. It's been 140 plus hours since we've been to freezing, something that we do occasionally during January and February, but for a streak this early, I'd have to go back and look, but just off the top of the head does not feel all that common for us. 35-degree temperature for St. Charles as a daytime high. Same thing at O'Hare. We get above freezing again about lunchtime is when we'll see those temperatures jump above 32. Then we have to jump into the Thursday forecast because late Thursday morning, early Thursday afternoon, rain showers arrive. I know the weather models say that they want to mix things. Not going to happen. Look at the temperatures, 46 degrees. We're not going to see any mixing, maybe in the clouds, but it's going to be raindrops by the time it gets to the ground. And then afterwards, I think the rain shuts off. Weather models want to throw some snow in our southernmost counties late on Thursday evening. I do not think that's the case. I think there's going to be a pretty sharp cutoff on the backside of that rain before the winds build in out of the northwest, a dry and cold wind, and that'll drive our temperatures down to the teens and 20s early on our Friday morning. So melting a lot of snow, washing off a lot of road treatments, and then getting cold. That's the plan Thursday night and into early Friday. So the plan for you Friday morning should be to make sure that the sidewalks are not iced over. They should be salted, and also take care on those roadways. 26 degrees your temperature Friday afternoon. We're in the 40s for that Saturday game against the Packers. Diane?
Yeah, we're going to have to really watch for Friday morning's commute, Greg, with all of the dipping in the temperatures too. That might affect the morning commute. So this morning, yeah, very, very busy out there. So let's get to what's going on. Northbound I-55, we do have a stalled vehicle approaching Weber in the right lane. It's causing about a mile of a delay there. So a heads up if you are in the area. Hey, if you're on the Kennedy, solid wall of traffic all of a sudden, but still we've got travel times under an hour coming inbound. In fact, it's right around 50 minutes or so, but those express lanes are open to inbound traffic, although they're really not going to save you much time, maybe 5 minutes. And then take a live look at the Dan Ryan. We've got express lanes and locals really jam-packed. Actually, the locals are looking a lot better than the express, but it is getting heavier, about a 40-minute drive right now from 95th Street to downtown, with those travel times going up as the Dan Ryan fills in nicely. Val and Terrell.
All right, Diane, thank you. This morning, we are learning how ChiGivesBack, a local nonprofit, is stepping in once again to spread joy and support across our city. It is making us Chicago proud. Joining us live in studio this morning are Sandy Robinson and John Bodie, co-founders of ChiGivesBack, and they're here to talk all about their 9th annual Chicagoland Toy Drive and how the community, you can help make this season brighter. So good morning to the both of you guys.
Good morning.
This is actually quite funny because we're like literal family and friends playing TV right now and letting people into our world, because ChiGivesBack means so much, obviously, to you guys, but to me as your extended family because of our dear friend Erica Watson, who was also one of the co-founders.
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
So much.
I know we all miss her, Erica Watson, comedian who we lost a few years back, but she would be so proud to know that ChiGivesBack is still going on. How did you guys start ChiGivesBack? Like, how many years ago, and what was it, Sandy?
Oh my gosh, 9 years ago. 9 years ago, we just said, hey, we're going to do a toy drive. And
where were you guys? Just like dinner or something?
Excuse me. So John, we were clients when I worked at the hotel, and he worked for the Bulls, and he's like, hey, I know someone that's moving back and wants to do a toy drive. They did a small one before, and so what turned out to be something small with a goal of 250 toys grew to 500, and we went to a women's shelter and donated those toys there, but we took our friends and family with us to that women's shelter, and that's where the impact was, and that was 9 years ago.
And John, it has just grown tremendously down through the years, and to start off as Toy Drive and still growing and growing and growing.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. It means a lot being here in the studio. We did our first segment here with you during Woody City Live, so it's awesome to see like a full circle moment, and the fact that we're at over 35,000 toys that we've grown, and to be able to distribute around the city of Chicago, it's an incredible feeling.
So what happens this weekend?
So this weekend we are in the mix of distributing these 10,000 toys that we have obligated to about 35 other organizations. And then for us on Sunday, we have our toy drive pop-up that will happen at Leo High School, where we have about 55 sponsored families that we will give our toys to, as well as we'll open it up to the public at 1 o'clock.
And John, why is it so important right now with everything people are going through to be a part of ChiGivesBack and this effort to give toys and make kids Christmas bright?
Yeah, I think it's extremely important. The kids matter. The kids are very special when it comes to the distribution. However, I do it for the parents. the smiles,
To take the
the
stress off of
laughs.
them.
Yes, the cries. It's a lot of crying, but the tears are tears of joy because we're able to help out during the holidays when some of them can't do it for themselves.
Right, and everybody's in a pinch too this year. What can the families expect when they show up on Sunday?
They can expect fun. They can expect balloons. They can expect Santa. They can expect photo booths. We have Chicago French Press will come out and they'll be doing coffee and hot chocolate. And so they're just going to expect a day of fun and love.
That's awesome. Can people still donate or volunteer?
Yes, so we have volunteer opportunities opening up all throughout the week. However, today at the Ferris wheel at Navy Pier, we're doing a pop-up with B96. So Moog is going to be out there all day from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. doing an activation, but throughout the week we're offering volunteer opportunities as well on the 21st
And do you,
and 20th.
21st, and I'm sorry,
The
John.
20th and the 21st. But
Okay,
more
got it.
importantly, the 21st.
Do you still need toys?
We do, absolutely. We need a lot of toys.
Where do people drop off their toys?
They can drop off the toys to the Sophie Hotel in Hyde Park.
Okay.
They have a box there. They can also continue to purchase on the Amazon wish list. And they can just call us directly if we need to come pick up toys. We have car, we'll travel.
And they mean that when they say that. There you guys right there on the video. Is this from last year?
Yes.
Yeah, so that just gives people an example. Oh, wait.
There you are.
There's us.
Good job.
Like I've never seen myself on TV before. But yeah, no, it's all about, giving back and thinking of others this time of year. And you guys have been doing 9 years. So next year is the 10-year anniversary.
The toy drive, yes.
Whoa, of the toy drive. It's going to be even bigger than this year. But let's do our part to make this year right. Sandy, John, thank you guys for waking up early and coming on and telling us a little bit more how you can participate. And of course, we'll have all of the information on our website. That's abc7chicago.com. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. General Hospital fans mourning the loss of a television icon and legend. Anthony Geary, best known for his iconic role as Luke Spencer on General Hospital, has died at the age of 78, reportedly from complications following surgery. This morning, we're looking back at the character, the cultural phenomenon, and the legacy Geary leaves behind, both on daytime television and beyond. Here's ABC's Hannah Battah.
This morning, Laura is remembering Luke.
I, Lucas Lorenzo Spencer.
Take thee, Laura Weber Baldwin.
Take thee, Laura Weber Baldwin.
Anthony Geary, who played Luke Spencer on General Hospital, passed away Sunday. His co-star, Jeannie Francis, who played Laura in that famous wedding scene, tells Good Morning America the two shared a decades-long friendship.
It was a dream to be a part of it. I'm so grateful that I had that experience. I was very, very young, and Tony was very protective of me. But we knew we were doing something very edgy.
Laura and Luke met in 1978, and America couldn't get enough.
You don't belong in my world, I don't belong in yours.
Although the pairing of a mob-connected man and a sheltered doctor's daughter was initially controversial with a violent storyline, audiences demanded they stay together. Their wedding in 1981 set a ratings record. 30 million people tuned in. Princess Diana, a newlywed herself, even sent them champagne.
We were so excited we didn't want to leave when we were released. We'd sometimes sit on the stage and just talk about what we had done.
His family says Geary died of complications after a surgical procedure. He was 78. Jeannie Francis says when it came to leading men, Geary spoiled her for the rest of her life. Hannah Patah, ABC News, New York.
Eyewitness News, streaming at 7, continues after a break.
Taking a look at the morning's top stories. Flames tore through an Uptown apartment building overnight. One woman is now being treated for smoke inhalation, and a firefighter is recovering. Fire broke out near Glenwood and Argyle. At least 7 people who were living in the building have to find a new place to stay. The Red Cross is helping with that effort.
Charges are expected to be filed today in the shocking murders of Hollywood couple Rob and Michelle Reiner. They were found stabbed to death in their Los Angeles home over the weekend. Their 32-year-old son, Nick, remains in jail. He could face charges as soon as today.
Governor Pritzker will sign a new transit funding and reform bill today at Union Station. The measure creates the Northern Illinois Transit Authority, which would be a new version of the Regional Transportation Authority, to oversee Metra, Pace, and the CTA. It also includes action to increase safety on public transit.
We're watching these stories for you today. Neighbors in Naperville are once again expected to push back on a proposed data center. Naperville's Plan Commission voted 8-1 to approve the proposal, but many neighbors are concerned about its size, noise, and environmental impact. Naperville City Council will hold its bi-monthly meeting tonight, where opponents are set to rally against the data center.
McDonald's operators across Chicagoland reached a major milestone this year. More than $3 million has been raised for Ronald McDonald House Charities through the Round Up program at their restaurant registers. To mark the milestone, Ronald McDonald Chicagoland in Northwest Indiana will host a celebration this afternoon, 25th and King Drive.
Those fries.
Oh gosh, didn't they look good?
Every time I see those, like I go to McDonald's maybe like twice a year.
Right. But when you see those fries,
every time my mouth waters.
Baby.
Loving it. Temperatures in the mid to upper 30s this afternoon. We are going to be around freezing at lunchtime, so that will break what'll be at that point almost 150 hours in a row, about 6 days that we were below freezing. Now that usually happens January, February, not so much at this point in December, when our normal high temperature is actually in the upper 30s. Usually we'll pop up above that, if not for a whole day, once every couple of days. We rarely go 6 days in a row this time of year where we stay below 32.
Gosh. All right. Hopefully that's done. Yeah, I know, right?
Thank goodness for us.
You can get the latest forecast anytime with the free ABC7 Chicago News app. Just scan the QR code right there on the screen for a link to download.
Tributes continue to pour in for the late Rob Reiner, who was found dead alongside his wife Michelle at their Brentwood, California home this weekend. A joint statement from Jamie Lee Curtis and Christopher Guest says the couple is numb and sad and shocked, and that they've lost great friends. The two reportedly got married at Reiner's house back in 1984, after Guest starred in the first film Reiner directed, This is Spinal Tap. Kathy Bates said he changed the course of my life after hearing the news of his passing. She won an Oscar for her performance in Reiner's film, Misery. Reiner's son, Nick Reiner, has been taken into custody in connection with his parents' deaths. Another passing, Anthony Geary, has died. He played Luke Spencer on General Hospital for more than 40 years, winning a record 8 Daytime Emmy Awards in the process. Geary was 78.
This is not over. Not by a long shot.
The final episodes of Stranger Things are just around the corner, and now Netflix is out with a new trailer. 4 episodes are already out. 3 new ones are scheduled to debut on the streamer on December 25th. And then the series finale drops on Netflix and in theaters on New Year's Eve. And happy birthday to Benjamin Bratt. He starred in everything from Clear and Present Danger to Demolition Man to Andor. He turns 62 today. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
All right. So Chicago's weather. Yeah. Who was that? Oh.
Who was that?
I forget who.
What's his name?
We just saw him and heard it, and I
He's
literally
so
slipped
good.
my mind
I
that
like him.
fast. Yeah, I do.
He looks good, salt and pepper.
So Chicago's weather has been no picnic this month, but things can always be worse.
Such is the case in northern Japan, where 24 inches of snow fell in 24 hours yesterday. That's an inch an hour. The massive snowstorm has halted travel and forced Japan's high-speed rail network to cancel trains. Dig out, as you can see, is underway.
Now, notice.
Jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
All right, so Songs of the Season are back for the finals week at the University of Illinois. The Dial a Carol tradition dates back 65 years. Students gather and sing Christmas carols for people who call in to a hotline. Started as a way to relieve stress during final exams, it's grown into a popular campus tradition now. Okay, now back to those shovels.
So read Japan. That guy, wrong car. This guy's got a Subaru, right?
Yeah.
So all-wheel drive. Japan is used to heavy snowfall.
Are they? I was going to ask you about
Northern
that.
Japan, some of the best skiing in the entire world.
In Japan?
Wow.
Is in northern Japan,
Wow.
yes. Get Phil Schwartz started on this. But there are some mountainous areas of Japan that see 300 plus inches of snow a
Get
year.
out.
Like more than Tug Hill Plateau lake effect snow. Like they get hammered out there. A lot of the Warren Miller ski films, northern Japan.
Did not know that. Interesting. Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
So they can deal with it.
Yeah, I got it. Before we get out of here, National Chocolate Covered Anything Day today. So take anything that you like and throw some chocolate on it. Eat it up today.
All right, that's going to do it for this streaming hour. If you're just joining us, don't go anywhere. We've got more news, weather, and traffic updates coming up live at 8 a.m.
Yep, we're expanding our streaming newscast, so hang with us here on ABC7 Chicago. And remember, you can always catch our next newscast on TV at 11 o'clock this morning. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you soon.
This has been Eyewitness News, streaming at 7.
You know, we do an 8.